Welcome to the Alpha Training and Consulting's online training program. Today we're going to answer the question, how do I use the Z-table? Keep us in mind should you ever need ASQ certification preparation training. We've been training students for over 20 years. We've become very good at it, and we'd be really honored to have you as one of our students. All right, back to the question, how to use the Z-table. Here it is. This part of the Z-table goes from a Z value of 0 to 3.99. Then I have another page here that goes from 4.0 over to 7.99. Remember what Z is. Z is the number of sigmas you are away from something. And this table will just show you what proportion of the population will lie beyond the value of interest, which is usually for quality engineers, Six Sigma type people, are the spec limits. How much of the population lies above or below the spec limits there. So it's a very important table, very common. It is a normal distribution table. And so there you have it. That's the Z table. Now how do you use it? Well, first we do a calculation to calculate the Z. This is for an upper spec limit. Upper spec limit is 80, so I'll put that right there. Average is 64.52, and standard deviation is 3.8 from this given process. And I stick that in there, and I get a Z of 4.07. This is Z upper to the upper spec limit, so it's 4.07 sigmas away from the average. So what I do is I go to my table, which this is 4.0, 4.00. At 4.00, you'd have 0.40317. That's what the 3.17e to the negative fifth means. So that's 4.00, 4.01, 4.02, 4.0, blah, 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 4.07, and there it is, 2.35 e to the negative fifth. Now, whatever you have in here, you can multiply that by whatever you want. If you multiply it by 1,000, you'll get parts per 1,000. If you multiply it by 100, you'll get parts per 100, which is percentage, by the way. And, of course, if you multiply it by 1,000,000, you'll get parts per million. So that's how you use this. And so that gives me 0.40235. Multiply it by 100, gives me 0.0235%. And you may want to multiply it by 1,000,000, whatever you desire to do. Now we'll do the Z lower. There it is. 60 is the X there, lower spec limit. X bar is 64.52, so we'll put that in there. In standard deviation 3.8, we crunch our numbers, we get 1.19. In other words, the distance from the average to the lower specification limit is 1.19 sigmas. And so we throw that in there. What was it again? 1.19. So there's 1.10, 1.11, etc. We have to come all the way over here to get to 1.19. It's 11.7%. Will lie below the lower spec limit. And that's how you use the Z table. It's really quite easy, but it's important you know how to use that, especially for some of our future lectures. Again, keep us in mind should you ever need any ASQ certification preparation training. We'd sure be honored to have you. Thank you, and have a great day. Goodbye.